Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. I just wanted to come on here real quick just to encourage you really quick fast. This is your girl Sean with Let's Be Real 100%. We're 100% real about life, and we're definitely going to talk about it. I just got out of a meeting, and um, we're talking about the criminalization of HIV and the stigmatism of it all. I just wanted to come on here and let you all know that HIV is not a death sentence. I've been living with HIV for the last 14 years, and it definitely has been a up and a down, a roller coaster ride. Changes and medications, and doctors and nurses and shots, and all these things. It can be a bit overwhelming at one point, but it is not a death sentence. Um, but as far as the criminalization part, um, and it's just not with HIV. It's with any kind of um, STD or just in general. If you're going to be with somebody, what I'm saying, you should let them know, what's going on with you first before you go into that next step of a relationship. Um, well, I can only speak on HIV because that's where I'm at. So if I wasn't married or anything like that, if I was fresh off the market and all that, whatever, um, fresh on the market, but and nobody knew anything about me. It is my responsibility to let you know um, what my status is and where I stand in my status. If I'm just starting medication, I should let that be known. If I'm in the process of bringing up my viral, changing my numbers, my viral load, and my, blood count and all that stuff, that should be known. I mean, you don't have to go into like depth about it, you know what I'm saying, because it can go into a whole lot that somebody might not understand. But at the same time, you should let it be known that you are HIV positive, that you um, have a condition in your body that can be, affect someone else's body. Now, at the same time, you can be undetectable. We know that, well, if you don't know, undetectable means you're untransmittable. You can be intimate and not transmit to that person, pass any other virus onto that person because it has been controlled or been laid dormant. Um, but at the same time, even if it's that, you still should be let it be known that that is there, because it is a crime to lay down with someone and then a couple of years later they figure out, oh, I'm HIV positive, and it's like, okay, now where did this come from? Why is it this, and why you didn't tell me? There's gonna be questions, and now I know I've heard, of some people um went to prison for things like this, because it's like a life sentence. It's not something that you can take a pill for and be like, oh, it'll clear up overnight. Absolutely not. It's not one of those kind of um, conditions. It's one that you will have to deal with for the rest of your life. Um, Again, I am a believer. I believe that God can heal and make whole. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But in the process of you believing that, you have to do your part as well. I believe that it's always with God everything is possible. With man, everything is limited. We can only go so far. We can only go with the knowledge that we have. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and let it be known that HIV is not a death sentence. Um, you can live with it. Again, like I said, I've been living with HIV has been living with me. Said that all wrong in the beginning. HIV has been living with me for the last 14 years, 13 to 14 years. Um, I contracted it in January of 2008. Yes, I can backtrack on where I got it from, um, because I know the situation that I was in. I know um, the emotional state that I was in and what I did in that emotional state. Um, So, and that story will be told soon. It is written in a book and it's going to be rewritten, so it is out there. And so yeah, it's been living with me for that long, and um, the journey has been quite interesting. It has been very. I've learned a lot. I'll just say it like that. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about you know the condition and what's out there and what the benefits are, um, and what are the downfalls of it. There are way more benefits than there are downfalls. I'm learning that as we stand here today, knowing that it took me a minute to get here. Um, it literally took me 10 years to know, okay, wow, okay, here I am, 2018. Here I am, been dealing with this. I don't know how many vacations I've been on. I don't know how many doctors I've been through since then, in those 10 years of my life. But it was plenty, trust and believe. Um, but at the same time, dealing with depression and the biopsies and the shots and the medications and the doctors and the nurses and he say, she say, you know, all these things. And then at the top of that, my voice is louder than all of them. Like, man, you finna die, bro. Like, you're not finna live, because this is a lifetime thing. They don't have a cure. I don't know what they're doing over there, spending money in Africa. You know, saying that they got a cure for all of this. Everybody can't afford that. They ain't got that kind of money. So anyway, just to say all of that, if you have any kind of condition, if it's cancer, if it's, I don't know. I know cancer has a lot of things, but if it's any kind of condition, especially if you're planning on living with this person for the rest of your life, this lifelong partner, um, I believe it should be known, what's going on, because if something happens to you and that person doesn't know, they're gonna feel like they're lost. They're gonna feel like you didn't trust them enough to tell them. They're gonna feel bad because, of course, they didn't know. But again, if you plan on spending your life with this person, um, even if you just gonna lay down with this person, because we know it in this world, unfortunately, people are laying around with each other and just having fun, I guess, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't recommend it, but people doing it. But at the same time, in this, let it be known that you have a condition that that person needs to know about. Um, and if that person gives, if you know a person that has contracted it and the other person knew about it, let it be known that that person, listen, be careful. You don't have to put the person's business out there or whatever, but yes, let it be known. Go to the police, go to, there's ways of, holding people accountable of what they done to you. If I would have known this back in the day, back in 2018, I probably would have done it. I should have done it back in 2008, but I didn't know. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I was an emotional wreck, so I would have been no good to be testifying or whatever. Nor did I have any witnesses, nor did I have any other women that can back me up and say, oh yes, this person had HIV and they're sleeping around with other people. But again, let it be known. I can't stress it enough. Let it be known. There's nothing wrong with it. If the relationship lasts after that, thank God. If it doesn't, thank God. Because it wasn't meant for you. That person, it wasn't meant for you. That person may need some time, whatever, however the case may be. But just know that you, within yourself, that you're okay. You know what I mean? You didn't put nobody else in danger. Even if you're undetectable, still, it's okay to let it be known. Of course, we have our years of being ashamed about it, because I had my 10 years of being shameful of the whole situation. But at the same time, what I'm saying, you have your life and the other person's life in your hands. Let alone have children, because I have three after I was diagnosed in 2008. So Thank God they don't have anything, but hey, the person knew of my condition at that point. But again, let it be known. Don't put nobody else's life in danger. Um, Again, at the same time, we all know HIV is not a life sentence. In our mental state, it can be because it's gonna play on your mental state. But with God's help, and people around you that love you unconditionally will help you and let you know you got this. You're not alone. I mean, they might not be going through the same condition you are, but they're still there to help you. And God, of course, is number one for sure. That's gonna be there for you because He has life in His hands, and as long as He gives us a fingertip of love every morning, we got a chance to live. Again, this is your girl Sean. I just want to come in here and encourage you and let you know you can still live. Um, with this, you can still live. Um, don't count yourself out just yet because you're still here. I hope you all come back and listen to another episode. For next week, we're going to be talking about either parenthood or marriage, one or the other. Can't tell you the difference right now. It might be another one, I don't know. But just come back and join me on the next episodes. You can go back and listen to the other episodes about goals and my story on HIV. And then you can also reach me on Let's Be Real 0413 at gmail.com. You can reach me on Facebook at LaShawn Harden. You can reach me on Instagram, Sean is Love, on Clappers, Let's Be Real. I'm on a lot of social media. Just find me. And then you can also follow me here on the podcast, on all the podcast platforms. Again, this is your girl, Sean. Thank you for coming and listening. I hope to see you next week.
Welcome to Let's Be Real 100%, where we are 100% real about life. We know that life happens and we are here to talk about it. And when I say we, I'm talking about it's all God and little old me. Join us as we jump into our topic today. Thank you for listening to Let's Be Real 100%, where we're 100% real about life. We hope that you enjoyed the topic today, and we hope that you trust God more and more each day. And we hope to see you next week.